Hi, Beauty Babe, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Melissa Chaplin. If you are new here, hi, how's it going? Today, I have purchased a full face of top-rated beauty products from Sephora. I'm talking primer, foundation, eyeshadow, lip gloss, blush, contour bronzer, setting spray, mascara, you name it. We've got it in a full face of top-rated products from Sephora in today's video. So let's get to it. These beauty products was I filtered by the product I was looking for because I knew I wanted a full face. And then I just filtered by top rated, and there was a lot of top rated for each category, but the thing that really made me choose is I looked at how many reviews each product had, and the higher the amount of reviews and the higher the rating was is ultimately what brought my decision to choose that product. So the first product we're going to go in with is, of course, primer. This is the One Size Secure the Glow Tacky Hydrating Primer. And this retails for $36. It has a 4.8 star rating and it had 258 reviews. Okay, so my first initial thoughts for $36, it feels really great on the skin. It has a neutralizing scent to it, which isn't necessarily my favorite. It's not like an awful scent, but it's also not the best smelling scent either. It feels really good, and I can tell it's drying pretty fast on the skin, which is nice. It's not as tacky as the e.l.f. primer, but it feels really good on the skin. I actually really, really like it, and I can definitely feel and tell that it's hydrating to the skin, which we love. So as of yet, I am really enjoying this. I thought it was strange that it didn't come with the cap, but the bottle itself does lock, which I like. So far impressed. The next product we're going to go in with is the foundation, and this is the Rose Ink Foundation. This is a clean product at Sephora. It is the Soft Light Skin Smoothing Liquid Foundation. I got it in the shade 5N, which is light neutral, and when I shop online at Sephora, I just use the color matching foundation and use what foundation shade I have that has best worked for me. So that's what I did with this, and they gave me 5N, so we're going to try it out. I usually have pretty good success with this process, so just by looking at it, I think we're going to be good. It retails for $54. It is currently on sale. I literally just looked before I started filming for $40.50, and it is a 4.7 star rating out of 508 reviews, and just added bonus that it's a clean foundation at Sephora. I'm really, really impressed with that. I'm going to apply this typically the way I always do my makeup. So I usually go in with a Morphe M439 brush. So the way I like to apply my foundation is I put it on the back of my palm first, and then I dap it onto the skin. Oh yeah, this is going to be a good match. I dap it onto the skin with my finger, and then I blend it out with my brush. I also don't think I mentioned this yet, but I have a bruise right here from when I got Botox, which was over a week ago now, and it will not go away. It has gotten better, but for a while there, it felt like it was getting worse. So that's another way we're going to test this out and see how full coverage it is, how it covers. Okay, it's a little light for me. So that's like actually a perfect match. I typically like to go a shade darker in my foundation, but we can fix that with everything else. As of right now, it's looking very light coverage, which I prefer a fuller coverage foundation. It says it delivers medium buildable coverage. I should have probably filtered for a full coverage foundation that was top rated. It is a soft matte finish, which we love. So we're going to try and blend out the coverage a little more. I don't know. This foundation is not doing it for me. I'm not going to lie. Unfortunately, I'm not that impressed by this foundation, and it had such good reviews. Okay, that's a little disappointing. A little disappointing. And I did a full prep the skin yesterday, everything. I don't know. I'm not enjoying this foundation. I almost want to like wash it off and start brush with a different one to give the other products the benefit of the doubt. Honestly, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go switch to my favorite foundation, and I'll be right back because it's not for me. Everyone has their personal preferences. It's definitely very light on the skin. It's a little buildable, not as buildable as I would like it to be, but I would say it's more of a sheer to medium coverage. I don't like the way it's sitting on my skin. It looks like it's like separating a little. It does say to blend in with your fingers, so I'm going into those spots and blending in, but I just don't think it's for me. Oh, that's weird. We're also getting some pilling. So it could, oh, that is not good. What just happened? Okay, so it could just be not meshing with the primer either. Yeah, it's like pilling off my skin. Okay. I've got to be doing something wrong because it has a really great rating online, but it's not working for me. So I'm going to go wash my face and we're going to start again the same primer, but I'm going to use a different foundation. I might just be using the wrong primer with this. But it ain't it. It ain't it for me. So we'll be back. Okay, so I just wanted to show you guys, I have washed off this side of my face and then up to here on the cheeks. There is a decent amount of coverage. I do want to say that. And if you only want to use clean beauty products, then give it a shot. But I recommend going to Sephora, getting a sample first before purchasing. I'm just not thrilled with the way that it was sitting on my skin, but once I started kind of removing it, I could tell that there is a good amount of coverage there. It's just not enough for me. It's just not enough. It's not a product for me, but if this is something you like, go to Sephora, ask for a sample. But it just ain't it for your girl. It's not. So we're going to go in with one of my other favorite foundations. I'll be back. Okay, we are back. I have reapplied the One Size primer. I've also compared the ingredients and they have very similar ingredients. So I don't know why that was happening. I also don't know why that when I was touching it, it was like pilling. Very strange. I will give it another shot with a different primer. But as of yet, it's a hard no for me. Another top primer that I'm going to go in with today that I have used before, I know I enjoy, is the HAUS Labs Triclone Skin Tech Foundation. This retails for $45. It has a 4.2 rating out of 2.6 thousand reviews. It is also considered a clean foundation at Sephora. It has a very natural finish. It is formulated with fermented arnica, which helps protect from environmental stresses and reduce redness. So this is a foundation that's actually going to help your skin as you wear it, which is very rare to find. So I've enjoyed it. So we're going to go ahead and use that. However, typically I like to underpaint. So I like to do my contour underneath. And then I've also color corrected. I've put a little bit of pink blush on my bruise to kind of help conceal it a little bit more with a product that we're going to get into later. So I'm also going to top it now with just a dip of concealer, and then we're going to underpaint. So this is the Iris and Romeo concealer, which is also a top product we will get into later, but I'm just trying to help this bad boy out a little. I'm also just going to touch up that with whatever's left on my finger. For contour, we have the Patrick Ta Major Sculpt. This isn't new to me. This is something I've been using. It retails for $40. I get it in this shade She Is Sculpted. And this is rated 4.5 stars out of 1.1 thousand reviews. And it is a cream and a powder contour, so I love it. I love to go in with the cream first before I do my foundation. And I am just using a Sigma Precision Flat Angled P88 brush. I'm just going to go and blend it out with my Morphe M436 foundation brush. Okay, now we're going to apply our HAUS Labs foundation. I always like to cream contour underneath. And this is in the shade 200 Light Medium, which is a smidge darker than my neck, which is what I typically prefer my foundations to be. See, it's slightly darker than my natural tone, but I prefer that because I'll go in and fix it and make it look super natural with concealer. I also feel the need to mention I got my eyebrows waxed yesterday, and you can see the foundation is sitting perfectly. And I don't know if you were like me, but usually I'll get the like splotches or the line of where I was waxed. So we love that. Already 10 times better. Honestly, I might not even give the other foundation a shot because they're both clean foundations. Both are claiming to be medium with buildable coverage. However, I personally think that is accurate for this one and not the other one. Apologies if anyone else really loves that foundation. But like I said, we all have our preferences, and I just prefer this one. Okay, the next product I usually typically go in with is a cream blush, and then I will do my concealer. This is a new product to me. This is the Patrick Ta Double Take Cream and Powder Blush in the shade She's Giving. Just for size comparison, this is the contour, and then this is the blush. So a little smaller. It is a gorgeous, stunning, very vibrant pink, which we love. Retails for $40. It has a 4.5 star rating out of 1.1 thousand reviews. For cream and liquid blushes, I love to use my Real Techniques blush brush. This is the Expert Face Brush. Look at that color. Are you kidding? Okay. Oh, that's pink, which is fine. It's okay. That is pink, and that is pigmented. Okay, this is where we start to really trust the process here. So that is absolutely stunning, but now we're going to clean it up with some concealer, which is another reason why I love doing my concealer after my cream blush. So this is new to Sephora. It is the Iris and Romeo concealer. I got the shade 2. It is called the Best Skin Days Treatment Concealer. It retails for $32, and it has a 4.9 star review out of 60 reviews, which isn't as high as all the other ones, but I was very impressed to have 60 reviews, 4.9 stars. Yes, please. So let's try it out. And I can already tell you, I liked it with covering up the bruise. The bruise is still bruising. I'm not doing a full coverage foundation today, so we're seeing her, but it's fine. I'm applying the concealer where I typically would, and then we're going to use it for a eyeshadow primer. Big clap again. So we're going to blend out this concealer 2 different ways. We're going to use a sponge, which is my typical favorite way, and then we're also going to go in with a Sigma 40 HD Kabuki brush. I love this. It is shaped like a 3D triangle, so it really gets into those crevices. I was bamboozled into getting the Sephora 71 brush because it's an hourglass dupe and doesn't do it for me the way this Sigma brush does. So we're going to go ahead and blend this side out. No, we're going to blend out this side with the sponge and this side with the brush. Okay, she is giving full coverage, but lightweight, and we love that. Now brush. It's honestly blending out great with both techniques. So it says it's a medium finish. It definitely feels more medium to full for me. I'm just going to go in and put a little bit more on this one and blend it out with the sponge because I prefer the way the sponge looks more. We're just going to try and cover up that bruise just a tiny bit more. And then for powders, we have 2. I personally was told to always go in with a loose powder first. Well, I wasn't always told. I literally was just told this by a makeup artist at Sephora. Go with loose powder first and then a pressed powder. But I disagree. I prefer pressed powder first, then loose powder to bake. So pressed powder to set. This is the Lawless Perfecting Powder. It is talc-free skin smoothing powder in the shade Fair. Packaging is very beautiful. Retails for $39, and it had 4.7 star review out of 319 reviews. So I'm going to go in with this very, 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 very old Morphe brush. It doesn't even have a number on it. And I'm just going to dip into that. First, I'm going to blend this out a little more just in case it did start to crease, which it didn't look like it did. It looked a little bit like that on my eyelid, but that's okay. It typically wouldn't take me that long. Ooh, we like her. Ooh, we like her a lot. Okay. This powder is a yes for me, for sure. Yes, yes, and yes. Okay. I would definitely go as far to say that this concealer is buildable because it definitely covered up the bruise a little bit more with that second go around. And honestly, I'm not seeing that much creasing, which is beautiful. We love that. I'm also going to go into, look at that. Can you guys see that? I'm going to zoom in so you guys can see. Like, let's just look at the way it is perfecting my skin and my pores. Gorgeous. Okay, this is a definitely yes for me. Okay, so now that we've done our pressed powder, again, trusting the process, we're going to go in with the new shade from Huda Beauty. This is the Easy Bake Powder in the shade Peach Pie. So this, I typically like to go in with a puff. Where's my puff? There's my puff. Okay, so I get these little bad boys off Amazon. I will link them down below. It retails for $38 and it had 4.4 star review out of 1,000 reviews, I believe. So I love that these puffs are shaped like a triangle because it makes creating my wing really easy. Not only does the shape of these puffs help with the wing, but it helps getting that sculpted straight line for when you want a sharp contour. So next I would typically go in with my eyeshadow palette. My eyeshadow palette is the Natasha Denona Glam palette. This isn't a new product to me. As you can see, it's a little dirty. But this was a top rated best-selling eyeshadow palette. It was 4.5 star review out of 608 reviews, and it retails for $69. This is also a super great palette if you are a beginner because it literally spells it out for you of what shades would look good where. Obviously, I am a fan of experimenting. You don't have to listen to these guidelines, but they're there if you are a beginner and you kind of need them. My sister finds them super helpful. She is not a makeup guru, but she loves this palette because it tells her where to put the things and it makes her feel like a makeup guru, even though she's not. Okay, so I'm going in first with the top crease shade. I love this palette because it is literally like cashmere on your eyelids. They blend out so nicely. They go on super smooth. I just absolutely love Natasha Denona eyeshadows. I'm using all Morphe eyeshadow brushes as well. And the second shade I'm going to go in with is the second line for shade Smoke to go on the outer corner and kind of crease. Then I'm just picking up the first makeup brush and going back in and kind of without any product blending those shades together. Then I'm going to go in with the first row transition shade and actually use it as my base lid shade. Curl my lashes. Now, I actually didn't pick up a eyeliner, which is weird. I don't know why I didn't do that, but I go back and forth between a liquid eyeliner from NYX that I will link down below for you guys, and I also really like this palette because it has great eyeliner shades, so we're going to use eyeshadow as our eyeliner today. I'm just going to use a MAC 263 brush and going in with the shade that literally says Lash Line and using that as our eyeliner. Okay, so now I'm going to remove all the powder. And to do that, I am using a Morphe M406 brush. And I'm going to do light sweeping motions. That way it brushes everything off the skin. The reason why I like to set under my eyes before I do my eyeshadow is because it catches fallout. I don't know if you guys can see that, but when I did an eyeshadow as an eyeliner, typically no matter what eyeshadow you use when you do this, you will get fallout. So definitely put a powder down first. And then the cheeks, I will blend into the skin. Before I go into mascara, I am going to go in with my brow products. So these are not new to me. These are my holy grail brow products that I have done for forever. So I didn't even bother looking at the best selling ones. However, I did look to see how they were reviewed on Sephora for you guys. And they are two Benefit brow products. One is the Goof Proof Pencil, which retails for $26. It rates 4.3 stars out of 1,700 reviews, and I found it interesting. I honestly love this one over the Precisely My Brow Pencil. which that one actually is rated higher. It is 4.5 stars out of 5,300 reviews. I personally like the Goof Proof better because I like the shape of the pencil. I like that it has a triangular face tip. So if I wanted to go in and be really fine, I can. But if I also wanted a thick line, I can too. I think if you're someone who like is really into calligraphy, you will love that the pencil is shaped this way rather than the Precisely My Brow, because the Precisely My Brow is kind of like an electric pencil tip. And then I like to set my brows with the Benefit Brow Setter, which retails from $15 to $26 depending on the size you get. And it has 4.3-star review out of 1.8 thousand reviews. I love this product because it also has 2 different brow strokes. So you can really get in to your brow hairs with this product. Okay, for mascara, this is something I'm typically not really picky about. I usually just use a drugstore mascara, but I was really excited to try this. This has a 4.7 review out of 3,000 reviews. It is the Benefit. Wow. It is the Benefit Fan Fest mascara. I just bought the mini to try out to see if it was worth it. The mini costs $16 and the full bottle retails for $29. So it is supposed to be fanning and volumizing, which we love. Oh, wow. Ooh, almost just fell. I really, really like this mascara. I already know I'm going to be purchasing a full bottle. This is, they're not kidding when they say volumizing and fanning. Holy cow. I love that. It's so good. Wow. I am impressed. It's also not getting on my eyelids, which I always do. So don't know how that's not happening, but not going to question it. The top rated bronzer on Sephora's website with 4.8 stars and 583 reviews is the Bobbi Brown bronzer. Bobbi Brown is a very cult classic makeup brand. I absolutely love her makeup. Everything she does is just so elegant and just what makeup should be. But I've never used her bronzer for some rhyme or reason. I got the shade medium, so we're going to go in with a Morphe R2 brush. My Morphe brushes are so old that the numbers have literally fallen off. Clean makeup brush, so this is going to be an intense pickup. Let's see, moment of truth. Oh, that's pretty. I like that. Okay, I might have been able to go a little darker, actually. I was a little worried. I like to apply my bronzer in a C shape and then bring it down the neck. And then whatever's left, I actually go in here so that it looks very blended. Beautiful. I love that. Okay, so you are starting to see a little bit of where I got my eyebrows waxed, unfortunately, but it's fine. Now, usually what I like to do is top off my face with some powdered blush. So I'm going to go in with that same shade. I'm really scared because it's super pigmented. I can't get over this color. So I like to soft smile and then tap onto the apples and tops of my cheeks. She is pigmented, y'all. So what's left on the brush on my nose. And then we're going to blend out. So for highlighter, I saw that Benefit Cosmetics had the top rated highlighter. I don't remember off the top of my head. I will put it down below here. But my favorite powdered blush from Benefit is Shelly, and I needed more. And ooh, this came with Shelly and Dandelion Twinkle. So we're just going to go ahead and try out the Dandelion Twinkle with a Real Techniques with a Real Technique 402 brush, which they say is their setting brush, but I like to use it for a highlighting brush. Oh, that's pretty. It's just very natural, nothing too dramatic. I probably shouldn't even be putting it on this side of my face because of my bruise, and we don't want to draw attention to that, but it's okay. I don't like an intense. Oh, that smells good. Oh, that smells so good. What? That's so weird. Okay. And a little on the lips. And I'm actually going to go in and use this on my brow bone as well. So last product for the face before we get into lips. This video is probably ridiculously long. I am very excited about the setting spray. I have never used this brand before. I personally feel connected to this brand because my name is Alyssa and my friends call me Liz. and the brand is called Liss. I just think that's so cute. Okay, so setting spray retails for $24. It had 4.8 stars from 218 reviews. I am very excited. It is the Skin Loyalty Blur and Mattifying Set Makeup Setting Spray. I am very excited. So every time I apply my setting spray, I like to just douse my face in the setting spray and then immediately go in with my handheld fan from Amazon and just dry it out so that it doesn't dry blotchy. So we're going to do same exact technique I do all the time. We're going to make sure it sprays good. Beautiful. Wow. That was such a luxurious experience. I don't mean to be dramatic, but that was great. The like fineness of the spray, I didn't have any like sometimes with setting spray that comes out that fine, you always inevitably have that like one giant raindrop that also comes out. It's like the whole 95% of the spritz is just fine and smooth, and then you have that. I don't know if that makes sense, but this was 100% fine, misted on the face. I'm obsessed. Now it just needs to pass the wear test, but for application, chef's mother vagin kiss. Okay, now lips. And then I promise you guys can go home, go to sleep, do whatever you want. But we're so close to being done. So I only have 2 lip products. The first one is a top-rated lip liner from Hourglass Cosmetics. It is the Shape and Sculpt lip liner. It retails for $29. It had 4.9 star review, baby, out of like 248 reviews. I purchased it in the shade Uncover 4. So already I can tell you this application goes on like butter. It is not drying. Sometimes some lip liners are really, really drying. This is not drying at all whatsoever. Goes on super smooth. I love to do lip liner with chapstick to blend it out, and I can tell that this is going to be a perfect lip liner for that application. Okay, now chapstick. Let's see if it passed the test. I like her. She's a fit. Also really love this color. It's actually stunning. And then I didn't do a lipstick. Honestly, the only lipstick, like true traditional lipstick I wear is the Charlotte Tilbury lipstick. But so we're going to go in with a gloss. This has kind of been my go-to lip liner, chapstick, and a gloss. This is from HAUS Labs. It has 4.8 stars out of like almost 300 reviews, I believe. I'm sorry, 348 reviews. In the shade Guava, retails for $26, and it is the PhD Hybrid Lip Glaze. I feel like this is going to be a really pretty color with this lip liner. I do kind of, ooh, applicator's cute. Do wish it was a little lighter to go with the lip liner. Oh wait, I take that back. I really like this color combo. Okay, ladies, I just found us a new lip gloss. I'm obsessed, and we're gonna have to buy them in every single color because I love that. That is so beautiful. And the combo together, that is it for the full face of makeup. Overall, we only had one bad miss, and that was the foundation, but it's okay. We had a top-rated foundation backup on hand, and it came out so good. I am obsessed with the setting spray. I'm honestly obsessed with the full face, but obsessed with the setting spray. Love, love, love the blush. I feel like in my viewfinders, I have one camera here, one camera there. In my viewfinders, it's coming off a little bit way more intense than what it really is in person. And maybe that's just in my viewfinders. Maybe when I get to editing, it'll be different. But in person, I just walked into my bathroom and looked in the mirror. It is so beautiful. And yes, that is not to say I'm not devaluing the pigmentation at all whatsoever. The pigmentation is there, honey. It is there, which we want. Blush is the first thing to go on the face. So we want it pigmented and we want it to stay. And it is so stunning. Honestly, way different than when I normally go to. As I said before, Shelly is usually my go-to, which is like this very pretty corally pink. And then we came in today with this Bam hot pink fuchsia in your face, and I'm obsessed. Love this new lip combo. We will be getting all these shades of the HAUS Lab lip glaze because, oh my god, it feels so good on the lips. It is so beautiful. It meshes so well with the Hourglass lip liner. I'm just, well done, Sephora. Well done. The reviews were on it, -1 product. So honestly, I would say today is a win. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to hit subscribe. I strive to do 1 video a week. Absolutely love when you guys tell me what you want to see next, what you loved about this video, what you hated about this video. Leave it all down below. It helps me out so much. I love all the support and I love all of you. Bye and see you in the next video.